Welcome everybody to 2.0 Unclutter, Uncover, Discover. Are there hidden gifts waiting for you too? Are you holding on to too much stuff in and around your interior spaces or even those exterior spaces of yours? Are you known as a, we'll politely put it, keeper of things? If you stay with me, I'm going to share a very specific reason how keeping too much stuff may be the thing, or things, as the case may be, that are negatively impacting your livelihood. If this resonates on any level with you, well, welcome to the no judgment zone, because this is a sensitive subject for many of us, including myself. So in today's video, I will do my best to help you find the impetus to climb through your stuff. I'm talking, yes, about clutter, so that you can get to the other side of the stuff, to a place that looks and feels like home. A place that where you can truly connect to, and a space that supports and enhances all aspects of your life. So I will also share with you my personal story as to how my own experience with too much stuff affected my life and those within its space. So if you're ready to hear more about all of that, please hit like, share, and subscribe below, and also hit the bell so that you can be notified when I post my next videos. Please know that I greatly appreciate your support. So I'm back here this week with 2.0 Unclutter, Uncover, Discover, where I have another word or two about clutter. All right, more than one or two words, because I'm back here. And I'm about to flip this stuff right on its head, though. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure you have never heard anybody talk about clutter in the way I'm going to today. I mean, have you ever heard of clutter affecting your livelihood before? Or, I found that most people I broach this subject with have not. So, but hello, everyone. Let me welcome you back, though, to Design Beyond the Visual. I'm Heidi Smith, your decorating coach and energetic advisor for you, your home, and for your workplace spaces. And I'm here to help empower you by giving you ways to create good Vastu design. And yeah, it starts with clutter, all right? And good Vastu design for your whole home. So you will learn on this channel how I use a unique blend of influences for creating interior spaces by offering you a blend of conventional design wisdom, those aesthetic and functional elements that go into creating interior spaces. And along with that, what I am also very passionate about and excited to share with you each time are Vastu tips. Very specific techniques that work to support, generate, and boost the positive energy flow in your interior spaces. It's the sacred sauce for all of my work, and it is the very foundation for my life. And for those of you who are new to the term Vastu, well, it's not new. It's been around for over 10,000 years, and it is an ancient science and wisdom that creates an energy, that feeling you get when you are in a space. We use its tenets to create and amplify that sense of harmony and good health, and bring that into our buildings, our homes, and our workplace environments, the spaces that we live in and work from. You can think of it as yoga for the home, the yoga of design, and like I said, it's been around for over 10,000 years, and it's a powerful, effective system of energy. It's also a sister science to yoga and meditation, all originating from India. So, my personal story, or one of them anyway, around too much stuff, I'm going to share that with you in just a minute or two. It'll give you some life-changing reasons why you may want to take just one more look at the things around your spaces, because the impact they are having on you and others in your space, and I promise you, it's being felt, and for sure it's being seen. But maybe not in the way you had intended or thought. Your extra stuff that looks cluttered and feels cluttered, because it is cluttered, and it is clutter, all that stuff, that clutter, could actually be negatively affecting your livelihood. Your clutter may be getting in the way, and I'm not just talking about the physical way, where you can't navigate or move around in your space. I'm talking about the energetic havoc or blocks clutter can actually have on your finances, your health, your career, and even your relationships. It's beyond the visual. Sometimes it's beyond the obvious. Clutter in our environment or physical spaces blocks the energetic flow for good vastu, that positive energy flow that I just talked about, which is meant to sustain us and enhance and help support those aspects of our lives I just mentioned, our finances, health, career, and relationships, the very health and well-being of our lives. And that is important to know and think about. So when getting our stuff, those extra things out of the way, this can impact more than just the visual. So looking at a clean and uncluttered space, it's great and all, but removing our extra stuff can actually open up the portals for more and uninhibited flow of vital energy, not only in the physical space itself, but in those other sectors of our lives that directly impact the fulfillment of our lives. So in my own life, about 8 or 9 years ago, it was that time in life where it became necessary to, tough story, clean out the clutter and everything else in my parents' home where they had lived for 42 years. And let me just tell you, it was a job in capital letters. My parents kept everything, and I'm talking even things like my grandmother's wheelchair that had been laying around since her death back in 1967, okay? I'll just give you an idea of what we're looking at. So this, was a huge undertaking and sifting through all my parents' stuff. And I did what I could from occasional trips back home, but unfortunately most of it fell onto my brother's shoulders. So anyway, one day when my brother told me that everything had been removed and sent off to auction or donated, given to others, thrown out, etc., he invited me back for a visit one last time to the family home. I can just feel the emotion coming up, before we put the house on the market. And I immediately felt this anxiety, and I imagined, the gloom and doom of returning to an empty house, of, being very sad, seeing my parents' house all stripped to the bones, and thinking in my mind this was all going to highlight the circumstances around my parents needing to leave or go to, at that time, what was the nursing home, and all those changes in the family all around this, which weren't pleasant by a long shot, I'll tell you that. So I reluctantly took a trip back home to walk through the house one last time, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, the house had certainly been emptied, but with all the decades of old magazines and papers and furniture and piles of this and that and everything else, wow, I feel it. And not to mention, my parents no longer being there either. To my surprise, I found within this last visit that I was actually able to feel the essence of what my parents tried to provide, which I believe was a good life for all of us. But, to be honest, it wasn't exactly a childhood that was as loving and supportive as I would have liked or needed. So to then discover those warm and unexpected feelings of acceptance for what was, well, that was a magical shift in the energy and quite a gift. And most importantly, it was healing. So clearing clutter, removing the energetic blocks, that made for a wonderful and life-changing, transformative experience for me and for my brother, by the way. So I ask you, to consider what clutter may be covering up or pinching off or suffocating, blocking the flow of in your life, and begin to unclutter, to uncover, explore what may be waiting for you to discover. So, what lies behind the blocks of energy? Everything is energy, and it's all connected. So here is the tangible takeaway tip I would like to share with you today. when applying good Vastu energy to our spaces, specifically if we're to consider the northeast direction, for example, of a space, that is our finance sector. And we want our finances to have ease and flow of abundance, right? So imagine then, I think you know where I'm going with this, if you have a bunch of stuff piled up or taking up residence in this energetic area, that stuff could be creating an energetic block of hindrance to the flow of energy to your money sector. Open this area up. Open to the energy of more in this direction. I talked about this on 1.0, Align, Energize, and Beautify. You can find the link below. So once you unclutter, add a small, this doesn't have to be expensive, a water vessel that you keep clean and keep it flowing like a small fountain. I use a diffuser. If you have neither of those, just fill a clear vessel with water, keep it clean and fresh. And that message to the divine now says, I'm open, I'm receptive, and I would like support in this area. Thank you very much. So I understand we all have to deal with clutter in some capacity or another in our lives from time to time, whether that's clutter in our physical spaces or even clutter in our minds, and sorting through it can be pretty daunting, I know. So as you are sifting through that extra stuff in your space, imagine a wonderful result you would like to have on the other side of the stuff. Imagine, the infinite possibilities of positivity from the divine that can take your space from feeling like a hindrance to a space that makes your heart sing. And who doesn't want that? So I hope you've gotten a few ideas of how you can make your space a little different, maybe even a whole lot better. And think a little outside the box and bring in the energy of good Vastu. I would love to hear in the comments below and what's coming in for you and how you're experiencing maybe some similar changes to your personal spaces and those environments. So I thank you for joining me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It all supports this channel. And, please let me know in the comments of how I can help you bring in a denser, I like that, a deeper sense of connection to your homes and workplace spaces so that your day-to-day life is always and in all ways infused with beauty, brilliance, and balance. I so want that for you, and it's easier than you think. I wish you all good Vastu. Bye, everybody.